aims to celebrate pangolins, raise awareness, and recommit international NGOs to the fight against the global capturing of pangolins in Africa as well as in Asia. For those who do not know the pangolin, it is the world's most trafficked animal. To give us more details on this endangered species is Miss Earth Namibia 2022, Diana Andimba. Thank you so much for being here this evening.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, Diana, talk to us about the pangolin. What makes it so special?
Well, like you said in your introduction, it's the world's most trafficked mammal. It is a mammal, but it's a bit different because this mammal is actually covered with scales, which is very odd. So it has a lizard-like appearance, but it actually is a mammal. And the reason why we are fighting for it is because it's important for our ecosystem, that we protect our ecosystem. And we've found that the same perpetrators who basically poach rhinos and elephants are the same that are poaching the pangolin, which makes sense that if we catch those that are catching the pangolins, we are catching those that are taking the rhinos and the elephant together.
But what are pangolins killed for?
Basically, pangolins are killed for their scales. You know, there has this mystery and this myth, because there's no scientific basis behind it, that the keratin, basically the scales are made out of keratin, which is the same material like your fingernails. And what they do is, especially in Asian countries, and I'm speaking specifically to Vietnam and China, they powder it up and then they use it for rituals. So it's only consumed by really wealthy people, so it's a social status kind of thing. And it's used from sexual stimulation to lactation to arthritis and all of these myths that are around it, but there's basically no scientific basis that this is actually true.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, talk to us, Diana, about the pangolin species that is found in Namibia and what role does it play in our ecosystem?
Yes. So the one that's found specifically in Namibia is called the Tamanic ground pangolin, and there are 8 species all across the world. And what's so amazing about the pangolin and the importance of it in the ecosystem is because it's actually an ant-eater. So it eats ants, termites, larvae, and it's important for, you know, for these mammals to all work and coexist in different spaces.
Right.
And honestly, knowing the numbers that are going out of just the country in 2017, about the largest confiscation that happened was 20,000 pangolins were killed. And between 2006 to 2015, which is a decade apart, 1 million pangolins have been killed.
That's
so
quite
you
a
can
huge
imagine,
number.
yes. And it's a huge market because it is said that one pangolin is worth 15 million Namibian dollars.
Wow.
Yes, and the person who was arrested with the highest sentence in Namibia is 8 years or 8 million to pay. So it's not a joke, you know, and the law enforcement and all the conservations that are behind it are making sure that that doesn't happen, and especially in our country.
So how can Namibians as a collective protect the pangolin?
Okay, so I must say I'm very proud of our country. We are the first country in the world to have conservation in our constitution. So it means a lot. A lot goes into just not only rehabilitating these animals once they're confiscated, but also just for their well-being. So we're having programs all across the country where if a certain group of people identify a pangolin, you know, we have people coming out there and really teaching them about the pangolin, because we've also discovered that a lot of Namibian cultures believe different things about the pangolin. Some believe that it brings luck, and some even consume it, but once they know about it, they don't do it. You know, now they're calling the law enforcement, the conservations to come and really take this animal, and we're growing back our population, which I'm really proud of, you know. Yeah, so it's our duty when you see a pangolin, when you know your community has identified a pangolin, call, you know, Pangolin PCR or Africate Foundation, whatever foundation that you find that is into that, you know, and you will be highly rewarded for it.
Because I was actually going to ask you to talk to us about some of the myths that are, you know, associated with pangolins in different cultures.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know that the Herero community, they do consume it, but they also believe it's luck. So when you see it, it's like something great is about to happen in your life, you know, and a world-changing thing. And what I've also experienced going to Miss Earth in the Philippines, they also believed it was luck, and they kept telling me the fact that you chose that animal, it's going to bring you so much luck and you're going to probably even walk away with a crown, you know.
Wow.
But I prefer it staying there instead of people killing it, consuming it, and really destroying this mammal, because it's really, really, really helpless. All it does, it just curls up in a ball, and someone can just pick it up and go, you know.
Right, right. So it's very gentle also.
It's very sweet. It's very, very sweet. I have to say it's very sweet because it's defense. It just curls up in a ball. So that's why humans are the biggest predators to this. So usually when wildcats come and they really attack the pangolin itself, all it does, it just curls up. Nothing more, nothing less.
So celebrations will be taking place in order to raise awareness on the day. Talk to us about some of the activities that will be taking place. That will be, of course, on the 18th of February.
Well, I'm very excited because it's my first year taking part in really raising awareness, you know. I must say that a lot of Namibians don't even call me by my name. They're like, oh, Diana, the pangolin lady. So it's funny to me that people don't even know my name but call me pangolin, but it shows that there's power to it.
Yes.
So being associated with this project that's happening on the 18th of February, this Saturday, at Avis Dam, where we'll be having so much activities just to raise awareness, because this is not a cheap thing, you know.
Right.
Very little is known about pangolins because they're shy animals, so I'm really happy and excited for that. What's going to happen is we're going to have a trail run. So people are going to come and we're going to have like a run. So first come, you know, you get a few prizes there. And we're also having people dress up as pangolins, so the best costume also gets to win. I think it's a perfect day for families, you know, to come out, because it's at Avis Dam with your kids, because we have some nice, you know, kiddies activities, face painting, bouncing activities, you know, and then we have amazing prizes. That's what I'm really excited for. So the first prize is a round trip to Cape Town.
Wow.
We have a few lodges that came on board from Gondwana to all the others. So all the prizes that are to be won is worth 40,000. So I'd like to thank our sponsors, Fly Namibia, you know, Spa, Gondwana, and so many others. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, it sounds very exciting, and we certainly wish you all the best. Obviously, you've been working with the pangolin, so you know quite a lot now. So people can now use you as a reference person, I hope.
Yeah, and you know, it's very shocking that a lot of people didn't even know how it looked like. You know, so it's beautiful that I'm able to bring awareness to an animal that no one sees.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let me thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so
and
much
we
for
wish you all the best. Continue this work of yours so that more awareness can be created about the pangolin.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Well, of course, our very own Miss Earth, Diana Andimba, talking to us there about pangolin awareness. Don't forget, the 18th of February is the day when you can also do your bit and go and support and also help to raise awareness of Pangolin Day.